Take a short piece of a broken hacksaw blade. Drill a hole in it and attach it to a utility knife blade. Now you can strip the insulation off a wire. Drill a second, larger hole so you can strip thicker wires too. When you're done, put the tool away in a blade container so you don't cut yourself by accident. Take a small flashlight. Attach it to the temple of your glasses with zip ties. Now the light points wherever you look. Apply hot glue to the damaged section of the wire. Smooth the glue out before it sets. Let the glue cool and make sure the bare conductor is completely covered. Out of electrical tape? No problem. Take a plastic lid and heat its edge with a lighter. Rotate the melted edge of the lid around the joint, coating it in a layer of plastic. The insulation is done. Mount a plastic bucket on the wall. Install an outlet inside it. Plug the cord in and close the bucket with the lid. The outlet will be protected from rain. If the wires are pulling out of the plug, secure them. Fasten the wires with zip ties inside the housing. Reassemble the plug and tighten the screw. Now the wires are held firmly in place. Don't tear electrical tape like this. Fold the loose end in half, sticky side in, and pull down sharply. The tape tears easily and evenly. Can't get the tape wrapped around? Wind a few turns of tape onto a thin wooden stick. You get a compact mini spool. Spin the stick around the wire and insulate the joint even in a tight spot. How to join stranded wires. Split both bundles in half and slide them into each other. Wrap the first half of the strands around the opposite wire. Twist the second half in the other direction. The connection is done. If your nail clippers break, don't rush to throw them out. They work great for stripping insulation off wires. Pick cable clips that match the thickness of your wire. Nail the clips to a wooden base and slip the wire in. Done! This is not the way to join different types of wire. Wind the stranded wire around the solid wire as shown in the video. Then bend the solid wire over with pliers. All that's left is to insulate the joint. Hold a metal jar lid against the base and drill a hole. Feed the wire through and install the lamp socket on the other side. Screw the socket down and screw in a bulb. Thread the glass jar onto the lid. Now the light is protected from rain and snow. Protect your switch from rain. Take a plastic bottle of the right size and cut off the top. Trim the body so it fits loosely over the switch. Just lift the cover off when you need to flip the switch. Now water won't get inside. Take a small flashlight. Tape it to a screwdriver. Now your work area will be lit up in the dark. Fasten a short piece of silicone tubing with a screw. Lay the wires into the tubing and tighten the screw. The soft tubing holds the cable securely. You can use a stapler to strip insulation off wire. Slide the wire into the stapler and pull. The insulation comes right off. Cut the top off a plastic bottle. Fit the bottle neck into a long plastic pipe and set a bulb inside it. Raise the tool up to the socket and turn the pipe. This way you can screw a bulb in and out without climbing up to the ceiling. Make holes in the sides of a lid and cut a wide ring out of the middle. Push the wires through the holes in the lid and twist them together. Clamp the piece in a vise and heat it evenly with a heat gun. Once the plastic shrinks around the joint, let it cool completely. What if the frayed strands won't fit into the ferrule? Tighten a zip tie to gather all the strands into a tight bundle. Bring the metal ferrule right up against the zip tie. Cut the zip tie off, the strands stay bundled inside the ferrule. Clamp a utility knife blade between the leads of a door hinge and pull them together with a bolt and nut. Insert the wire, give it a turn, and pull the insulation off. Most people have no idea what those side slots on some plugs are for. Let me show you! The side slots help hold a coil cord in place. Tuck the cord into the slots on the plug, it stays neatly coiled. Clamp the end of the wire in a drill chuck. Hold the pliers at the right spot and pull the wire off to the side. Don't forget to pull the piece of insulation out. Cut off a piece of hose. Slit it lengthwise. Slip it over the wire. Staple the edges down to the surface without hitting the cable. Hold a PVC pipe up to the jerrycan and mark the length you need. Cut the pipe along the mark. Find the center of the can side wall and cut holes on both sides. Make the real parts out of sheet plastic as shown in the video. Make a hole in the cap, run the cable through it, and mount the reel inside the can. Attach an outlet strip to the outside. Pull out as much cable as you need, then use the handle to wind it back and fast. And that's the handy cable reel you can make from an ordinary jerrycan. Melt two opposite notches into the rim of a plastic lid. Lay the cables into the notches. Drive a screw into the center of the lid and you've got a simple cable holder. Cut two slots in a lid. Then make cuts along the edges of the lid and bend it. Slide a short utility knife into it. Insert the wire and pull the insulation off. Drill a plastic lid and make a cut in the side of it. Slide a utility knife blade through it. Secure the blade with screws. Drill a hole for the wire. Slide the wire in. Give the wire a turn and strip the insulation. Did your cat knock over the lamp and break the bulb? Don't try to unscrew the base with your bare hands, it's easy to cut yourself. Heat the rim of a bottle neck. Press the bottle onto the stuck base. Once it cools, unscrew the base by turning the bottle. Unplug the light and unscrew the faulty LED bulb. Carefully remove the plastic diffuser. Find the blackened LED and scrape it off the board. Take a small piece of foil, bridge the contact pads with it, and secure it with electrical tape. Put the diffuser back on and test the bulb. Use this fix as a temporary solution only. Don't leave a cord pinched in a door, it can damage the insulation. Disconnect the plug and take a flexible plumbing hose of the right diameter. Feed the wire through the hose. Wire the plug back on. Now the door presses on the protective tube instead of the wire's insulation. Take a cap, a small flashlight, and a binder clip. Clamp the flashlight to the brim of the cap with the clip's metal arms. Now your hands are free and your work area is lit. Punch a hole in the bottom of an aluminum can and pour out all the liquid. Rub the bottom of the can on sandpaper and remove it. Cut a wide window in the side wall and bend the edges outward. Make a handle out of the body of a large syringe and glue a lamp socket to it. Mount the handle with the socket inside the can, screw in a bulb, and plug in your new work light.